All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Angela with AALB Gaming, and today we have a little bit of a speed build here that I've got going on. And then also, I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to do an infant challenge.
Babies! They're babies!
I saw something similar to this, and so I decided that I was going to create a family.
Family, family, family.
The it has a mom and a dad, and then it has a child, two toddlers, and three babies. So we're gonna test this out today and see how I do. I am gonna use the motherload cheat code for money so that I can do a nice big house on this ranch, and then see how I do with all these kids. So I don't have to have a job. And one of the great things about the ranch expansion pack is you can hire a field hand, or somebody to help you with the ranch. But they also help you with household chores as well. So, like I said, I'm going to do a bit of a speed build here. I'm practicing the skills of the front porch and some different types of rooms. I'll be honest, the way this house comes out, I really like it. So I'm really glad with the design that I made here. So again, this is speed build of all of the house, and then also I think I build a little bit of a horse area here as well. I'm having to do a voiceover on this one because once I got into the gameplay with the family, it turns out my microphone wasn't recording, which I'm quite upset about, because I had some really great commentary during the helping the family out here, but we'll have to add some after the fact. So I learned how to do these steps, like turn the steps so that they look a little nicer. It's something that I've recently learned how to do, so I was quite happy with that. So what I did was I made a master bedroom and bath on the third floor, and then the second floor is going to have a bathroom and two big bedrooms for the kids. So one for the toddlers and babies, and then one for the kids. And then the bottom floor is a dining room, a living room, a kitchen, and then like a little extra space for like a desk and some. I think I put some like a fish and a hamster thing in here. So I'm just kind of doing some decorations here, building up the dining room, trying to decide what I want it to look like. I am getting better with these builds, a little more design to them. It does add a lot of make it look a lot better running in fast play, though. I'll tell you that, because this actually took quite a while to build. So speeding it up to have all of these things kind of going in quickly, it adds something to it, makes it look a lot better than how long it took me to actually build it. So, all right. So I found some things while I was decking that I knew I wanted outside, so I just threw them out in the yard real quick, and then we'll come back and fix those here in a little bit. Oh, so I put this little window couch up there. I thought it was so cute. I loved it. But I think I wind up putting a bathroom there. I think I have to move it and put a bathroom in. So I don't use any mods on my builds or in my gameplay. So a lot of these things I've seen other people that use different mods, and they are able to like resize the objects or stack things a little closer to each other because of the mods that they use. I'm not a big mod user. Every once in a while I'll use a cheat code or a mod, just because it helps with the gameplay, like the mother lode.
Hello, I like money.
Having all this money helps me make a really nice house and decorated place instead of having to build up to it. It actually is kind of making me miss, the building your own environment thing. So I don't know. We might do one of those, a challenge where I can't use mother lode and I had to build all this stuff up. So I realized that I picked the wrong color, and then I couldn't figure out what color it was supposed to be. So it took me a second there to get that fixed and figured out. But I really like the way this kitchen comes out with all the cabinetry. Put the trash can in there. Put some lighting in there. The only thing I wish is some of these items took up less space on the counter. Like, I don't know, maybe a smaller decoration. That would probably be good. That way I could get more decorations on the counter. But there's some pretty cool stuff out here. And then, like, the tea thing. So I got the tea maker, and then I got the little extra tea design decoration thing, and then I put some paper towels next to it. Then I decided I was going to put a back porch with some steps going down to the backyard. So I was like, "Ooh, let me do this real quick." So one of the things I did it the first time, and I don't know why I can't do it again, is when I put in the porches. For some reason, I'm having to put a fence in it. I think I probably should just do like instead of a box half wall, do just a little line. Yeah, here's the fish tank and the hamster tank. I was just looking for other things. Oh, a dartboard. I forgot to put that in there. And then we got the little desk space over here with a little bookshelf and some designs. Of course, we got to have a computer on the desk. Put up some more decorations. Little rug. I think I start by putting like a little kids corner over here by putting some kids' toys down. And then I realized I don't have any steps to go upstairs. Like, I have steps from the second floor to the third floor, but I don't have any stairs from the first floor to the second floor. So I'm going to have to go back and remove some of those things here in a few. But I started with putting a playpens on the first floor and cribs on the second. And then, again, I have 3 babies and 2 toddlers. So I went ahead and put 3 toddler beds in because, as they age up, they're going to need the next bed. I put some potty training seats out for the toddlers. And then I start decorating the kids' room. Just do a couple little theme things. Give them stuff to play with. I did put in the bunk beds in this room. So there's 4 bunk beds. And then as the babies age up, then I'll change out the cribs for other things. So I made a filter to be able to get some decorations onto this desk. And then I realized they don't have any doors to their bedrooms yet. So throw in some doors. And then I was like, I need to build a bathroom so that we have plenty of bathroom space. So designing the bathroom here. I wanted to make sure that I had a bathtub on this floor just because the kids, you have to give them a bath in the bathtub. They can't take showers. So I wanted to make sure that there was a bathtub for them. I like this cool little over the toilet shelves that you can put different colored towels in. I think that's a cool little feature that they have there. Put a bathroom door on. And then I think this is where I put like the chest area and like a workout space. Because I kind of have like this open space area here. So it's like, let's add some extra stuff in. I must have paused this for a second there. Okay, there we go. Probably had to run to the restroom or something. All right, see here, I'm like, oh, I gotta move this stuff because I gotta put some stairs in here. So let me move this stuff around, and then I realized that it was a little harder for us to put the stairs in because I couldn't figure out where I wanted them to go. Then I realized it was outside the house, so I needed to move it a little further over. And so I wind up putting them, I think this is where I wind up putting them, yeah. And then I have to put up the little half walls so the kids don't fall down the holes, right? We don't want kids falling down the stairs as they're going up and down the stairs. And then I have to redecorate the first floor a little bit because I blocked off the kitchen door. All right, time to decorate the top floor. First thing I want to do is make sure I have space for the upstairs bathroom. So I throw in a wall for that. And then we need to decorate it. One of the things I try to do when I do my decorations and stuff like that is to make sure that I get stuff that makes the environment better. It does make the Sims happier in their everyday life if they have a nicely decorated area. So I try and get stuff that is good for the environment area. So a lot of these things you see I pick is because it's got extra points for the environment. Because I am not quite sure, I've forgotten how to make them husband and wife when you move them in. I do create 2 beds on this floor just because I don't want them fighting over who's sleeping in the bed when. So I do create 2 beds, one over on the left and then one over on the right. And then throw a little hamper. I thought that was cute. A little hamper is cute. And then I put up some curtains. The curtains look a little small on these windows, but hey, whatever works. Then I also want to give a little space for like reading, and I know I built a little reading nook area. I wanted to use the new Western closet space there because I don't know if I've used them before, so I wanted to give that a try. All right, then I decided to put a clock in all these different places. It's like, oh, let me add some clocks everywhere. And then I went back up, put the desk in. Find a nice big rug. So this is the little reading nook area that I put together. It's got a little chair, it's got a little table, and then I put a light in. I'm just trying to decide where other decorations need to go for the environment. Almost done with the build. So then this is where I make the pin area. Gotta figure out where I can put a fence. There we go. Got the gate in. And then to make life easier, what I did was I changed it to filter to the horse ranch so I could find all the horse ranch stuff a lot easier. I'm going to be honest with you. At this point in this recording, I don't do anything with the horse ranch stuff. Just a little hint. I didn't do so hot with all the kids. So I'll show you here in just a few. But I never actually get into the horse stuff. So here I'm trying to figure out how to do the roof with all of the windows and the different like layout of the house, right? Like the house is a lot different than what I normally build. So I'm trying to figure out how can I put a roof on it without losing all the windows in the house. And so then I figure out I can make it a flat roof. So that's what I start doing is I make it flat and then I spread it out. And then I decided to use the top space there to help me make the flat roof and then put the roof back on again on the top there. And then I noticed that there was one under here that I needed roof on. All right, I think I finished with the roofs. All right, we're gonna finish this up here and bring in the family. And let's see here. So this is the house, the land, everything's set up, ready for this family to move in. Now, at this point, I do not have a horse. I did build the horse area, but I have way too many kids to have a horse at this point. I don't think it'll even let me. I have 6 kids, so I think the most you can play is 8 people, and a horse is considered a person. So first thing I did was, hey, let's call a maid and a nanny because we need help. Look at these. The babies are literally laying on the ground. Like, yeah. So hiring a nanny, hiring a maid, and then I got to get all these babies inside the house. So he's carrying one, which is a toddler. Then there's a toddler standing, a kid standing, and 3 babies laying on the ground. So we need to get these guys inside the house instead of laying on the ground. So one of the toddlers starts walking in. There's the nanny. Nanny showed up. Thank you, Nanny. Nanny, you forgot something. It's like, okay. So it takes me a minute to actually get all these babies in the house. I don't know why, but Mom and Dad here, they just don't. They don't follow instructions well. So this toddler over here is just like cruising. He's just like, I've got this. I'm going to walk. Now, I have played games on my own before starting, recording. I've played games with like a toddler and a baby. But look how sweet. The twins are giving each other a hug. All right, so this is a neighbor coming to say hello. At least the big brother's out here with them. I guess that's good, right? He's keeping an eye on them, but he doesn't like when the toddlers cry. He's sensitive. His poor brothers and sisters. I think they're dancing. I think that's what they're doing. So the boy and the girl here are twins, and then we have a set of triplets. Okay, so mom finally came and got the third baby. And I think we start to go inside at this point. So the nanny is taking care of one baby inside. One baby is laying on the floor in the dining room. Now, I don't know what parent did this, but they just laid the baby down in the floor in the dining room. Not near any toys, not in the crib, but just in the dining room. And remember, I have 2 playpens downstairs and a third one upstairs. So what I did was I decided to throw a third playpen downstairs, since they got a baby laying on the floor. So I'm like, where am I gonna put this? So I decided to put it behind the couch here. All right, so now we gotta get this baby off the floor, right? We gotta. We don't want Child Protective Services calling in because we're leaving our babies laying on the floor. What happens is actually kind of funny. You see the mom picks up the baby and takes it from the purple crib and lays it on the floor next to the white crib, and then goes and picks up the baby in the dining room and puts it in the purple crib. Like, really? Okay, so you're going to give one baby away to the other. See, and I told her to go pick up that baby, and she can't seem to go do it. So I don't know what's wrong with her. She's going upstairs, but it doesn't say what she's doing.
A few moments later.
Mom, are you driving me to...
Yes. What time?
Oh my God, are you drunk?
What are you, my wife, coach?
You're what?
All right, so the boy twin toddler is coming in the house. I don't know where the other one is right now, honestly. But the nanny does really good taking care of the kids with us, so I really like that. I think I'm trying to find out where she's at. Oh, she went upstairs off to the computer. That's right. So she went all the way upstairs to get on the computer. She still hasn't gone to the bathroom, and she's got 2 babies lying on the floor downstairs. What a horrible mom. And then Dad is on the computer downstairs. What a horrible dad. His baby is laying in the floor in the dining room, and he's on the computer.
What kind of relationship do you have with your father? Your real father? It's often ambivalent, right?
So it's mom and dad and a child, 2 toddlers, and 3 babies, okay? So you would think that the 3 adults would be able to, the nanny and the parents would be able to take care of all these kids, but I'm going to be honest with you, it gets stressful here in a few minutes. They all need baths, they all need to be fed, and it is just, it's a lot because the parents aren't doing what they're supposed to. Like, in real life, yes, it would be stressful to have these 5 kids all like in diapers still. I think this is when I decide to make a bathroom downstairs. But it's possible. It can be done. But I'm gonna tell you right now that the way that these parents are not very good at taking care of these kids. See, they have to keep going upstairs to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, well, we need a bathroom. So I decided to move this little window thing over to the window couch to the other area, and then put a bathroom in this corner right here. I think it's just a half bath. And then I try to make a design for it, like, make it look cute and everything. However, it doesn't have much room, right, for us to really put a whole lot of decorations in there. So I do struggle with that a little bit. But let me add in the tiles and stuff. I probably should have fast forwarded this. So then I'm like, I need a bathroom stuff. Yeah, I'm looking for these little saucer lights. They are amazing. They make it so that you can barely see them when you're looking through the floor, but they are super bright. And so I like using them to light up the room. And then I use other lights kind of more as a decoration than as actual lighting in a room, because these saucer lights are just awesome. All right, so we got a toilet and a sink. And I was like, no, that sink is way too big. And then I was like, okay, let's get maybe a little mirror, little decorations to help out with the bathroom here. It's hard to decorate when the room's so small like that, and you got to bring the walls down in order to see. So I was having a little trouble with the decorations area there. Okay, yep, I got that on there. I was trying to move it up a little bit. It didn't want to move up. Yeah, see how I'm trying to like drag it up, and it's like, nope, we're gonna stay right here. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can stay right there. And then we want to put a couple different things in here. Add some toilet paper. I know the toothbrushes usually go on the sink. I don't know why it wasn't going on. And then I wanted to do like a little cabinetry thing in here, but it was so big. It just wasn't fitting right. There just wasn't enough room in that in this small amount of space that we had. I think I just throw a picture up on the wall and call it a day. I think. I don't know. It's been a while now. It's been a couple days since I did this one. I went to edit this video and realized I had no voice in the whole thing. Like everything that I was saying while I was doing all this stuff. Totally lost it. Yep. All right, back to everyday life. Baby's still on the floor. Here comes mom. Maybe mom can pick baby up now, right? Where's she going? I don't even remember where she's going. Okay, so she's talking with the oldest kid. And one of the toddlers is still outside. Alright, so I get the older kid to go to the bathroom because he's just sitting outside, not doing anything. And then I'm going to have the dad pick up the baby. And then the nanny goes in, picks him up, then puts it down. Like, come on now, y'all. This poor baby. Somebody do something with these babies laying all over the floors. She's hungry. They're hungry. They're dirty. They're stinky. They're sad. Look at this. 2 of them are asleep, and 2 of them are sad. The only one that's still happy is the one outside. So I try to feed them in the high chair, and then it's just like so frustrating because they won't like follow the instructions. I think this first one does okay, but the second one I think I have trouble with. So yeah, so mom's feeding the first one. So I click on them to figure out what they need, and then I forget that I haven't selected the parent to do it. All right, so here's the second one. And this baby's angry. It needs to have some fun and take a nap. So I think I have the dad come and play with them. So remember, I told the mom to pick this one up and go feed it, right? Baby's still laying on the ground. The girl toddler came inside. So mom never picked the baby up and put it in the high chair. See what I mean? Like, it's so frustrating because I told her to pick that baby up in the white playpen and feed it, but she didn't. She went and picked up the one in the high chair and is playing with him when the dad was supposed to be playing with him. Like, so I think that was the part that frustrated me the most in this, is that the parents just were not doing what I was telling them to do because that's what the kids needed them to do, right? So the nanny put the 2 toddlers to bed. Thank you, nanny. So I got 2 toddlers asleep. I've got 1 baby okay, and 2 babies are sad. The child's okay. The mom is uncomfortable from being bitten, I think is what, yeah, she got bit. So she comes all the way upstairs, but both these guys are asleep, so there's no need for her to come upstairs. Go downstairs and take care of your babies. Those were taken care of just fine. So I decided to make her cook so that the mom and dad could eat something, right? And so I told her to go cook, and then dad is doing all right. He's drinking some coffee. But he needs to take care of these babies. See, look how stinky they are. One's sad, one's mad, and one's asleep. And then one of the toddlers woke up and is sad. All right, so dad changes the infant, but needs to now give it a bath because it's still stinky, right? So it has to go upstairs to give a bath because, remember, it's only a half bath downstairs. But he left the dirty diaper just sitting in the floor. Like, come on now. All right, so he takes the baby upstairs, and instead of giving it a bath like I told it to, right, or like he said he was going to do, he puts it down on the floor. Like, come on now, go give that baby a bath. I think I just get so overwhelmed in that there's so many infants that need super care, plus the parents need care, right? Like, you still have to eat and go to the bathroom and sleep and stuff. And then there's, 3 infants that need you every minute of every day, right? So she's sitting here trying to have dinner with her oldest kid, but, she needs to sleep too. I think the nanny leaves and I don't even realize it. So in a minute here, I'm going to be like, oh, wait, I need a nanny here because obviously I can't handle all 5 of these little ones by myself. So, see, she's fallen asleep. So I'm like, okay, Dad's still good. She's tired. So how about we send Mom to bed and let Dad stay up taking care of the babies for a little while and then kind of like trade out, right? Like that makes sense. So all 3 babies are awake. And Mom is uncomfortable, right? So let's have her go to bed.
Oh, Yataboo.
So the toddlers are walking around. One of the babies, no, 2 of the babies have gone back to sleep. And see, Dad's a horse lover. And so he wants a horse. But he's got all these babies. He can't take care of them. So he's sitting here talking to one. The other one's walking around. I told him to do something with the one that's walking around, but he never did. One of the babies is crying. One of the toddlers is angry. One's sad. Okay, so he's taking one of the toddlers upstairs. The other one's crawling up the stairs. 2 of the infants are still asleep. Mom's asleep, right? And the older brother is asleep. So it's just Dad and 2 of the infants right now. And they all need a bath. They all need to be changed. And they all need to be fed. All of them. And it's like, okay. He's tired. He wants to go to bed. So I start getting yelled at that these babies are hungry and they need to eat. And it's like, wait a second, where's the nanny? So I call the nanny service and say, hey, I need help. The kids are overtaking everything. And at this point, I'm super stressed out because it's just so hard. Like, okay, so I take one upstairs. I think I'm going to go give it a bath. The other one falls asleep, stinky, dirty, in the floor. Here comes Mom, has to go to the bathroom. Why she didn't use the bathroom upstairs, I don't know. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning and the kid is playing on the computer. Like, why? Why are you... Cancel. Why are you making computer games at 4 o'clock in the morning? Go to bed. So I sign his bed and tell him, you need to go to bed. You have school in the morning. All right, so I got another toddler that's stinky and running around. Mom's confident now. She finally got to get a nap and go to the bathroom and everything. So I tell her she needs to give that one a bath. And I don't think that she does, honestly. I think she disappears again. But the nanny's here. All right, got a toddler in bed. Okay, so it's now time for Dad to go to sleep because, you know, Mom's up now, right? So I tell him he needs to go to sleep. I try and find out what mom's doing. She's literally just standing in front of the mirror. So I speed it up so that she will go do what she was told to do, right? No, she doesn't. Toddler fell asleep at the bottom of the stairs, just like crashed. So I tell her to pick up a dirty diaper. And then I think I tell her to give him a bath again. I think this time she actually does. But you guys saw that I told her to go give him a bath a few minutes ago, and she didn't do it. So I'm just super frustrated. And then the nanny's giving a bath on this floor, so she's got to go up to her bathroom upstairs. So both of them are finally getting washed, so we're making a little bit of progress. But it's not much. I'll be honest. It's not very much progress. These kids are starving and dirty, and yeah, I just have way too many kids. Well, let me rephrase that. I have way too many infants and toddlers. If they were all kids, it'd be a little easier because, you know, they kind of do their own thing. They know when they need to take a bath and stuff. You don't have to do it for them. They can go do it on their own. But here, you know, because they're so little, you have to do it for them. And so it takes a little bit more out of you. So after bath, he needs to eat, right? So I need to feed him. She doesn't finish giving him a bath. Even though I told her to give him a bath, it was a directive, right? She didn't give him a bath. Like, he's still stinky. Oh my goodness. I'm so frustrated. I was so mad. At this point, I think I was yelling at the computer already. Because I was so mad. Even with the nanny's help, putting these babies to bed, right? Giving them baths, feeding them. They are still mad. They are still not taken care of. And it's just frustrating because the parents aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's not like they're going to work or anything. It's literally all they have to do is take care of these kids right now. And they are not even doing that. So we'll give it a few more minutes here as I try and take care of these kids.
Ready, Ike? Kick the baby! Kick the baby. Kick the baby.
All right, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. So here I'm trying to feed them again, right? Give them food. And they're just, he wants out, so she lets him out, and he falls asleep, right? But he's starving. Then the older brother was late for school. And she's sitting on the computer again. Like, she's got so many kids to take care of. So I'm like, okay, put him in the chair. Give him food. Okay, so I have the maid come in right as she's picking up these dishes to wash them. The nanny's upstairs rocking the other one. So then mom needs to come and pick this one up and put him to bed. Okay, so she finally follows an instruction and puts him to bed, right? And then dad comes up and stares at him like, Dad, go do something. So I tell dad to go cook, right? Because mom and dad are both hungry. They haven't eaten. So dad's in the kitchen cooking. And the nanny's feeding this baby, right? But watch this. Look at dad's cooking style. He's literally scraping from the pan. Like, I don't know how good these eggs and toast are going to be. He is struggling with the cooking. Look at this. Look. And she's just like, I'm grabbing leftovers, man. I don't trust you.
Well, Daisy.
All right, so dad's cooking eggs and toast. And he drops the pepper in the eggs. Oh, my goodness. Now they're going to be over peppered. They're going to be
You're making me mad!
So he puts them on a plate. But, you know, like every marriage, you gotta suffer through, right? So he may have, you know, messed up the eggs, but she's still got to eat them. So I make her go in to the kitchen to eat the eggs, and they have a nice peaceful conversation over breakfast. 4 out of the 5 kids are asleep right now, so we're just gonna smell the eggs, have a little conversation,
Pima,
have a good time,
Rashu, Organoid,
just kind of
Dimis,
living the life, right?
Boma.
But don't worry, it doesn't last long,
Uh-huh.
because now another one of the kids is up. So we got 2 sad kids that are awake, 3 kids that are asleep. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so Stinky over here is playing in the dollhouse, but needs a bath. This one's sitting on the floor. Dad's on the computer, not even paying attention to him. And I think she's able to give him a bath this time. But I start getting frustrated again, because they're just not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, so this one's the one that's still stinky. Okay, look. This one's just sitting there waiting for Dad to come back to the computer. It's just so hard to keep up with all of these kids and all their needs and the parents' needs. So then I'm like, wait, hold on. What's wrong with the oldest kid, right? Oldest kid just got home from school and is embarrassed. Why is he embarrassed? Well, apparently he walked into the bathroom because that's the only thing I can think of. It says that he can't unsee something. So I don't know. So she's going to give this one a second bath. And he's trying to give himself a pep talk. So I tell him to go do his homework, right? And he's got a desk in his room. No, he's going to go sit on his brother's bed where his brother is sleeping to do his homework. Like, come on now. You have a whole room and a whole desk to yourself. Nope. Going to sit on my brother's bed while he takes a nap. The nanny wants to go on a date. I don't know why the nanny's asking me if they should go on a date, but okay. And then the house is a mess again. We got dirty puddles from the babies. The kids are hard to keep up with. 3 kids sad, 2 asleep. The only one surviving and doing pretty well is the oldest. Everybody else is starving and dirty. Oh my goodness. This is stressful, guys. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? How would you do if you had a set of triplets and a set of twins all still in diapers? Like, how would you do? I literally was getting stressed out as if it was real life. I'll be honest. Like, all these babies just laying on the floor, dirty, stinky, the house dirty. I was struggling. It was real for me. Why this one's going upstairs, I don't know. Okay. Oh, so I go upstairs and I'm like, where did this trash come from? How did this little baby, that's now getting breastfed, how did this little baby find the pile of trash upstairs? There was no trash upstairs. Where did it come from? I have no idea. And then this one's downstairs. She puts the baby on the floor again. Like, not that there are cribs and high chairs downstairs. So she feeds this one. Okay, good. All right. Now she's finally starting to be a good mom, right? She's like, I gotta eat something. Puts it in the dishwasher. And then I'm like, okay, you gotta hire somebody again, because this just isn't it. This isn't doing it. And as much as I'm trying to have fun, I'm at this point contemplating, should I just age them all up? Like, let's just make them all kids at this point. So I may do that. This game has been saved, but I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I was done. I was so stressed out. unable to keep up with all these kids, and I'm just like, yep, I'm done. So hit that like, subscribe, comment below. Would you have been stressed out too? Thanks so much for stopping by, and you guys have a great night.